Hey guys, welcome back to another Heavy Metal Diecast video, and today we've got one here from Dragon Wings, of course, from the Warbird series. It is 1/72nd scale, as you can see here. It is an A-18B Hornet. This particular one is from the Navy Fighter Weapons School, or Top Gun, as you can see there. And I did purchase this as a second-hand purchase of, yes, you guessed it, eBay. And I grabbed this for around 90 bucks, and which was, you know, pretty cheap, $90 Australian. And you can see the aircraft in there. It is predominantly a black aircraft. I don't know how long the colour scheme actually stayed on this particular aircraft, because it was quite easy to spot in the air and everything like that. Obviously, it is an adversary aircraft, as I said, for training purposes at the Navy Fighter Weapons School. And I reckon it does look pretty nice and snug in there in the pack, of course. And as we say, it's no good in the pack, is it? Let's get this Hornet out of the box and have a real good look at it. And here it is out of the box. It does come with a set of instructions here. As you can see, it's quite comprehensive. It does outlay for flying mode or landing mode. So wheels down. It says 2003, so this is a 20-year-old diecast model maybe. And it does come with a little baggie that does have the accessories for the gear doors. And of course it does have the little stand. These are all unopened and everything like that. So the model itself does look pretty brand new, so we'll hopefully it hasn't been damaged or anything like that, because it is a second-hand purchase, and we are looking at this for the first time as we get it out of the box. It does come out quite easy, which is fantastic, of course. It's got a reasonable weight to it. We'll move that packet out of the way, and we will have a look at this. This is very, very black. It's quite glossy. It is extremely glossy, as you can see. It's, I don't know, the paint is sort of see-through-ish, maybe, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of like where all the panel lines are. It's quite bright. Like it's not, you know, dark, where normally the panel lines, it is a bit shaded or dark. It does sort of look like maybe the aircraft was, in an all-grey finish, and then they've just painted the gloss black over it. And that's the sort of the paint underneath bleeding through. I don't know. Or maybe this is the way the actual aircraft did look after it was painted in the black sort of finish. I don't know if that's coming through in the camera. We'll have a little look closely so you can see. If you've got one of these yourselves, feel free to comment in the comment section below about what you think. And, you know, it's always good to hear other people's own experiences as well with their diecast, and if you ever have the similar sort of aircraft that I do a review on, always feel free to talk about your own and your own experiences. That's what this channel is all about. And I reckon, look, overall it's not too bad. It's got some reasonably good detail, like it's got, all the rivets and everything like that. It's got all the panel lines. It's got some great detail along the side there. It's got the Top Gun insignia on the tail there. We'll come around. Nothing moves. These are all static, so nothing sort of moves on the tail or anything like that, or the stabilizers. We'll swing around to this side of the aircraft. You can see the glossiness on that paintwork. It is quite shiny. I'm not a huge fan of really, really shiny aircraft, but I think overall it's not too bad for what it is. This is as I said, an adversary aircraft. I think it's reasonably nice. We'll see if we can get that cockpit open. It does look like it does open, and it does. Oh, it does come off. Okay, so we'll be able to show you some. We'll turn it around this way and see if we can get some light in there to show you the cockpit detail there. It's got some pretty good detail, but what we'll do is we'll have a look underneath, and the overall details underneath too are quite nice. Obviously that's where there's going to be some gear bay doors to put in there, and the landing gear when we put gear down, of course. And you can see the panel lines are quite accentuated underneath here with the sort of the light colour coming through that dark black glossy paintwork. Look, to be honest, overall, I don't mind it. It's all black aircraft. It's not my sort of thing. I like a bit of camo or something like that. This is, quite an unusual paint scheme on this aircraft, and as I've sort of read, it didn't last long on this aircraft. They did repaint it a couple of years later, I think. But look, overall, I think it does come up pretty nice, though. But it is not complete, is it? We must gear this thing up and kit it all out. So what we'll do is we'll do that right now, and we'll come back with a complete aircraft. And the ordnance it does come with is these pair of sidewinders, and also these 3 fuel tanks, which will go underneath the aircraft as well. And of course, gear up in flight is just these 3 pieces. Okay, here we have it all kitted out. It was pretty straightforward. As you can see, it all sets up nicely. I reckon it does come up pretty good for what it is. These gear bay doors were already in my model when I got it. As I said, this was a second-hand purchase, so you just had to drop that front nose wheel in, and none of the wheels move or anything like this. And then with this, you just put the rear landing gear wheels in as well, and then there's 2 sets of gear bay doors that you just drop in on either side, and that's job done as well. And then, of course, your 3 tanks, and then your Sidewinder missiles on either wingtip as well. And it is all finished and ready to display. But I think, look, for what it is, it's a very shiny paint job on this. I'm not a huge fan of really shiny paint on aircraft. We'll just flip it over here. And I prefer, if this was satin black, this would look absolutely awesome. But look, this is the way the aircraft was. So, and as I said, this was a second-hand purchase for me, so it may have a couple of little flaws here and there in it. Look, I'm opening it for the first time out of the box when we do these videos, so if I haven't really noticed anything looking through the camera, but I'll take, per usual, I'll take some close-up photos of this as well. And I reckon, look, for what it is something a little bit different, and, Top Gun. It is a bit of a strange one, so I have not seen many pictures of this particular aircraft either. And but look, it presents well, very well done. Dragon Wings models always seem to be really well made. I'll put this on the deck here, and there we have it. Sausage finger test. It's an F-18 Hornet. They are reasonably large aircraft for modern day fighters are generally quite large compared to their World War II counterparts. And look, overall, I think this is not a bad model. So what I'll do is I'll wind this video up. Once again, this is 1/72nd scale, of course, by Dragon Wings. It is the A-18B Hornet, as used by the Navy Fighter Weapons School or Top Gun. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful in any way, shape or form, hey, give us a bit of a like if you can spare the time. And if you have yet to subscribe to the channel, feel free to do so as well. And I will take the happy snaps of this Hornet, and you can check them out without my sausage fingers being in the way. Alright guys, thank you once again for spending your valuable time watching the video. I hope you did enjoy it. You all have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers guys.